You can kind of see our little icons up here. Right now, we're in the gym, me, Omni, and Kuji. So if you guys want to come work out with us, come through, come through. But yeah, slightly different stream today. We're gonna do a little self-care. I guess Coach Omni, if you want to give a little introduction.
So I have been in the military for 12 years. So a lot of that time I've spent training soldiers and all that good stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
three years ago, I decided to do something a little more. So I went and got my personal training certification, my nutrition certification, corrective fitness, and then powerlifting credentials as well. So I've been around for a while. I've been doing just about everything. I myself am also an endurance athlete, so I run ultra marathons. I've ran 300 milers before. Um, so
Nice. A
I
lot of
just like
experience.
fitness. I like helping people, and so I kind of picked it up as a hobby and a little side gig while I
Mm-hmm.
continue to serve in the military.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's cool. Are there like have you seen a lot of differences from like training in military versus like cuz you're a trainer now too, right? Like I think
Yeah,
you work in like
I
a gym and stuff.
I do work in a gym right now as well. There's some differences. There's not a ton of differences. Mainly it's just like what your goals are.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So if your main goal is like to be gigantic, like military prep really isn't about being huge because it takes a lot of energy to move mass. So
Mhm.
you have to be able to run, you have to be able to lift things, and you have to do everything else in between. But I train bodybuilders, I train power lifters, I train endurance athletes. There's not really much that I haven't touched on, simply because when I was first joining the military, I kind of got sucked into doing everything.
Mhm.
Um, I did CrossFit, I did uh, bodybuilding when I first got in, which led me down the path of bad substances that you shouldn't be taking and all that good stuff.
I
So,
see, I see.
uh, so I've dabbled in a little bit of everything. So,
Okay, okay. So I think today you can correct me wrong, we want to like debunk some like cuz like fitness is like a big deal, especially like marketing, social media, it's kind of
man,
like always
social
in our
it's
faces
crazy.
a lot, and I feel like it's not always like true or like we're not being educated correctly. So I think
Uh,
today we're going to maybe focus on like more focus on like education, maybe debunking some stuff.
yeah,
Or
no, I think education and just how weight loss in general works, because I feel like
yeah.
a lot of people, I don't know, everybody's For You page on everything is a lot different. So I mean,
Mhm.
on mine, I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I eat 600 calories a day and I can't lose weight." But
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
it's impossible to eat 600 calories and not lose weight, especially at the
Yeah.
weight that these people are. So like, and then you get into the nuances of like, oh, I have PCOS, I have this
Mhm. Mhm.
metabolic disease, and like I understand that there's underlying factors like that that do lower your metabolism, which can
Mm.
affect that, but at 600 calories still, you would still be losing weight.
Mhm. Yeah, and 600 I mean 600 calories you carry me around. That doesn't sound healthy in general, right? Like we definitely
You don't
want
want more.
more than that.
No. You definitely want more than 600 calories a
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay.
That's not the good way to go about it either.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess
So
unfortunately,
even
yeah, there's a lot of like or I guess like you're saying everyone has their own bodies, genetic, medical stuff. So maybe it's
absolutely.
like hard to do like one fitness for all, but yeah.
So kind of how weight loss works is, so when you hear calories in, calories out, that tends to be like the standard, and it's absolutely true no matter what. So there there's never an instance in which if you are consuming less calories than you are burning in a day, that you will not lose weight. Like you will lose weight. Um, the caveat off of that is a lot of people don't understand how many calories they're eating in a day, and that's where it gets super nuanced. Because yeah, you can track calories and all that good stuff, and but even then, a lot of people don't know that the FDA allows nutrition labels to be up to 20% off.
Oh,
So
wow.
even if you were to get um, if you were to get something that, let's say the serving size was 200 calories, like it can be anywhere between 240 calories to 160 calories per serving. Like
Oh, wow.
it's a drastic change and difference.
Wow, I did not know that. I did not know that, like, it might not necessarily be correct on the labels and stuff.
Yep. The FDA allows companies to deviate at least 20%. So
Mm,
it's pretty drastic. And then, like, so when you think about it, if you get a pint of ice cream and it has 1,000 calories in it, 20% of 1,000 is drastically more than 20% of 200. So when you buy those higher calorie dense foods, the percentage is sure it potentially could be less, but it could potentially be a lot more than what you think as well.
mhm. How do they even
So
calculate that? Anyways, like, how do they even calculate, like, okay, this, bag of chips is this many calories? Like, because, like, I think actually Stories and I were talking about this the other day. Where, like, because I think we went to go get boba, and one of the bobas was 1,800 calories. We were like, what the heck? That's like as much as you might need in like a day, or like for I don't even know. I mean, yeah, I think it was 1,800. And we were trying to think, like, how does a drink have so many calories? Like, how is that even possible?
yeah, so a lot of it comes from sugar.
Oh,
That's
okay,
a lot of
okay.
where your calories from boba come from is going to be your carbohydrate. So it's going to be full of sugar to sweeten it and make it palatable.
Hmm.
Uh, but to answer your question, how manufacturers calculate for labels and stuff, they use what's called the Atwater system, which is just like it's a
Mm,
math system where they take the grams of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats within the food, and then knowing how many calories is in each of those, they're able to kind of deduce the overall calories in the entire serving.
I see, I see. Okay. So there is like an actual like test they can do. Like it's actually can be calculated. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Because so if you have a gram of fat has about 9 calories in it, a gram of protein and a gram of carbs both have
Mm,
4 calories in it. So if you
mm-hmm.
know how many um, grams of fat, protein, and carbohydrates are in something, you can tend to math it out pretty well.
I see, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So I guess that's why a lot of people advertise like getting a food scale. Because if like I know like sometimes I've looked into getting like food scale, like if you want to measure out like your and like maybe I guess that way is like one way of figuring out your calories. Like if you make a
Food
whole
scale is
homemade meal.
probably gonna be much more accurate than just like spitballing it or
Yeah.
doing like serving sizes.
Yeah.
Uh, What's cool about it though is once you kind of have a grasp on how many calories are in what you eat, like I don't measure anything anymore. I just kind of
Mm-hmm.
I've lost 29 pounds the last 2 months. Um, I've just been kind of I can I don't know eyeball it for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to eating and serving sizes and such. Like my breakfast is usually Greek yogurt, granola, frozen berries, chia seeds, and honey. And so my breakfast usually comes out to be like 50 grams of protein, and I probably eat about 600 calories. And then from
Mm-hmm.
there, I can kind of go from on with my day depending on what I want to eat.
I see. Do you kind of like develop a pretty consistent? I feel like maybe another way too is you kind of maybe eat like same things in a way, or like I guess like you said, you kind of like learn your own serving sizes and stuff.
Yeah. But no, I tend to eat the same thing now. It's just easier,
Yeah.
honestly. And I
Yeah.
know that I'm
Yeah.
getting everything I want and everything I
Yeah.
need in like a single meal. So like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially with my schedule, because I work and then I leave work to go to my other work. So like I have to be able to just fucking get things done and eat what I know what's gonna be good for me.
Mm-hmm.
But so essentially, however many calories you eat in a day, they get put up against your total daily energy expenditure, which is a number of things. So what people don't realize is that um, so you have your basal metabolic rate, which is how many calories your body burns every day just functioning, digesting, breathing, laying in bed, you would burn a certain amount of calories every day. That is going to be your greatest amount of calories that you're going to burn in the day is your basal metabolic rate.
Mhm.
Your basal metabolic rate also goes up the more lean muscle mass you have. So if you put on lean muscle mass, it's easier to lose weight because your basal metabolic rate goes up. So since that's your biggest expenditure of calories in the day, you can get that number up, then you can lose weight even easier. The next way is you have your non-exercise active thermogenesis. So that's going to be your walking around, going to the grocery store,
Mm.
carrying groceries, lifting things, walking through the mall, whatever it is you do for the day. That's not exercise.
Mm.
That's a pretty decent chunk of calories that you'll burn through the day. You have your eat, which is your exercise ones. So whatever you burn exercising for the day. And then what people don't know is you have your TEF, which is the thermogenic energy of food. So you actually
Mm.
burn calories eating.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's why they say that celery has negative calories because you actually burn more calories eating celery than you do
Oh.
consuming it.
So like the act of eating or like the food itself, like being
The act of
digested and
eating
stuff?
and digesting it and all that good stuff.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, yep.
So
But
I'm
you add
guessing there's
all
like
those.
foods that are like better to eat to help you burn calories as well.
So it all turns like if you are somebody, and that's a great point. If you're somebody who has a hard time being hungry, like you just if you're hungry, you feel like you need to eat,
Yeah.
then eating foods that make you feel satiated and they're high in fiber and make you feel full are definitely going to be more beneficial to help you lose weight.
Mm.
If you're somebody who's okay with being uncomfortable and hungry and realizing, hey, I've had the calories I've needed for the day, I don't need to eat more. I'm probably maybe just thirsty, and you can
Mm.
go drink some water
Mhm. Mhm.
or a sugar-free drink if you'd like, and be good that way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think a lot of issues people have with losing weight is the fact that, especially nowadays, there's a lot of influencers and nutritionists out there saying just listen to your body. When you're hungry, eat. And
Mm.
that's not always the right answer either, because your body doesn't know when it's thirsty or when it's hungry. Like that's a common hunger cue that your
Mm.
body messes up. So sometimes when you're hungry, it is just thirst,
Mm.
genuinely.
Mhm. Mhm.
So a lot of people who hear that and they're like, oh, I should listen to my body and I'm hungry, so I should need to go eat something, and they go eat it, and then they didn't eat something that's high in fiber and it's not going to satiate them. They're going to go eat another snack in 30 minutes,
Uh-oh.
and then it turns into that cycle of
That
just
sounds like
snacking.
me, bro. I just bought a box of sun chips.
It's okay. I crushed a bag of the Smart Food white cheddar popcorn the other day.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I'm not immune to it either.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, for
still
sure.
will do my snacking and all that too. But
Yeah. I
um,
definitely have found like forcing myself to purchase like if I don't make myself buy like you just like limit like what you have at home, like kind of force yourself to eat like healthy and stuff. Like don't buy
yeah,
snacks and stuff like that is kind of helpful sometimes.
and that's like an issue too. Is like prepping food is such a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah.
Lack of better
Yeah.
words, like I have to. You mean I have to go cook when I can just like I can go to Taco Bell and get a $9 box and be happy?
I know, especially when you got to rank for Wild Rift, it's like, fuck, I got a meal prep.
Got things to
That could be
do.
a game. Yeah, no, that's valid. That's valid.
So it does really just it does come down to finding foods that do better at making you feel full, um, understanding how many calories you're actually consuming, and just making sure that even if you are hungry, it doesn't quite always mean that you actually are hungry if you feel
Yeah.
hungry. I mean,
Yeah, I definitely have heard like obviously, I mean high fiber in general is good for you, especially like when you get older. Like I've had a lot of digestive and like, uh,
yeah,
adult poopy issues and stuff. So like fiber becomes more important. Is that related to like cuz I've also like read about calorific density, so like having, like fruits and veggies have more water so they're can make you feel
yeah,
full, but they're lower in calories because it's their most of the content is water.
water, fiber, and carbs is usually what you get in fruit.
Kivo says, about to blast 13 milligrams of testosterone. Where should I inject it? Butt cheeks or chest?
Straight
Uh,
into the butt cheek.
hello, Solo Spectre. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, you guys can hop in the VC. Also, sorry, Omni, if I'm like interrupting too much. Let me know
No,
if
you're
I am.
perfectly fine. No, you're
Um,
good.
do
I'm
you?
in the I'm in the I'm in the Twitch, so I see their chat too.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
Yeah.
The only question I had about the calories is starting out. Do you have any recommendations for like there's a lot of apps and stuff. I even seen like the AI stuff where like you can take a picture or like you write what you're eating and it kind of tries to calculate like is there anything you recommend at the start for like tracking calories? I feel like I always start a little bit and then I end up dropping it for some reason. Like I end up not staying like consistent with it.
Yeah. A lot of my clients who join the gym and I train through the gym, I have them download MyFitnessPal through, I think it's an Under Armour app.
Okay.
But as far as like guessing your daily
Mhm. Mhm.
caloric needs, it does pretty decently. That
Okay.
was another thing I was going to talk about. Without like an actual like scan and metabolic test, like
Mhm.
these numbers are really hard to like actually figure out. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
even even if you have like a body scan, those are only so accurate, and those usually just
Yeah.
give you your basic metabolic rate, and they usually determine that off of your lean muscle mass.
Mhm.
Uh, so really, it becomes like a plug and play game. So
Mhm.
you track how much food you eat for a week. You measure yourself every day during that week,
Mhm.
first thing in the morning. You take the so that's also the correct way to measure yourself. You measure yourself, you weigh yourself every day, and
Mhm.
then you take the median of that number, and then
Mm.
that is the
Okay.
weight, and then you compare that to every other week is
I
the
see.
median of each week's numbers, because weight fluctuates, especially with women, because you guys
Yeah.
got hormone issues that
Yeah.
go up and down all the time. So you guys fluctuate water weight, you guys fluctuate with hormones all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but so it does become a plug and play kind of game. Um, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but once you start seeing that downward trend in weight, you can know that like, oh, that's the amount of calories I need to be eating. So this is a good way to look at it. Um, so a pound of fat is 3,200 calories. Okay,
Mm.
so that's how much is in a pound of fat. That's how much calories you have to be in a deficit to burn a pound of fat. So if you were to be at a 600 calorie deficit, so eating 600 of what you were burning for the day, in 6 days, you should lose a little over a pound
Mhm.
if you're at a 600 calorie deficit, because I will burn 3,600 calories. A pound of fat is 3,200. So you would know that your math was pretty good there. Um, Now, the only caveat is obviously the smaller you get, if you're not putting on muscle, you're just losing fat and you're getting smaller. Your numbers are going to go down, so you're going to have to eat even less. And
Mm.
that's where it gets tricky because people think,
Oh.
oh, I'm eating 2,400 calories. I was losing weight, and now I've plateaued. Well, okay, you did plateau
Oh.
because
Interesting.
you're not 250 pounds anymore. You're carrying less weight, so your non-exercise calories are going down because you're not carrying around the extra 50 pounds.
Oh.
Now you're
Interesting.
burning less calories walking around.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you do have to continue to eat less and less if you want to keep losing more and more. Um, the thing is, eventually, even if you eat less and less, you can get fatigued and sleep starts to get affected and all that. All you
Yeah.
do is you bump your calories back up to baseline for a few weeks. You let your body readjust to this new um, caloric, this new daily energy expenditure that you're using, and then you can drop your calories back down, and you should feel fine and not so exhausted and dragged
Oh
down.
wow.
Because that's something that nobody tells you. Is they're like, once you just eat less and you'll start losing weight. Yep. And then once you start losing weight, all your other expenditures go down because you're lighter.
Yeah.
You're eating less. So if I'm eating less, obviously I'm not going to burn more calories from the amount of food I'm eating because I'm eating less food. I weigh less, so when I walk around and exercise, I'm not burning as many calories as I did before.
Mhm.
Um, and that's why I said that important part was lean muscle mass. If you're putting on lean muscle mass, your basal metabolic rate will continue to go up.
Mm.
If you can lose fat and continue to put on lean muscle mass, which is possible, um, it is
Mhm.
possible. A lot of
Mhm.
people say that you can't gain muscle in a calorie deficit, but you can. Not a huge calorie deficit. You're not going to get put on muscle and gain muscle at a 800, 600
Mhm.
calorie deficit, but you put yourself at a 400 calorie deficit and you meet your daily protein goals, you'll still put on lean muscle mass while losing
Mm.
fat.
Huh, I guess that explains why, because like I've always gotten to like a certain weight, like so just from doing calorie deficit, not even working out or maybe doing walks, I get to like a weight and then I can't get below that weight. So maybe it's because I didn't change the calorie
Yeah,
deficit.
so so it's got to go down a little bit lower and a little bit lower the more you lose.
Interesting. I
Yep.
never, yeah, I did not know that at all. I've never knew about that.
That's something nobody talks about because they're like, "Oh, good job, you lost 50 pounds and now
Yeah,
you plateaued." And they're
yeah,
like, "Well, I changed my diet. My diet's better." But yeah, your diet was better for a 280-pound person, not a 230-pound person. Now it's time to cut back down again
yeah.
because you're just not as heavy, so you're not working as hard to do daily tasks.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, Kitvo, I don't like what time do you wake up in the morning? Like a good way, honestly, to get more holistic than nutrition based here. Grounding is a great way to wake up, and sun gazing during
Hmm.
the sunrise, if you can do it, is a good way to start your day.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you want to like explain that a little bit, like how you do that? Because I've heard about grounding before. I used to have a trainer a couple years ago. I always like get a trainer and then I drop it. Like I'm just really bad with consistency. But yeah, he first taught me about grounding like a couple years ago. And I think there was like some, like you were saying, scientific data behind it. Like, and I guess
there's more.
it does make some sense. Like we do have like electrical charge through us. Um, there is an earth ground, that we use all the time in like our labs and stuff. So yeah, yeah. I don't know if you want to like talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so essentially, grounding is it's also been known as earthing. It's
Mm-hmm.
just basically being direct skin contact with the earth. It's nothing special. You can do it anywhere, well, anywhere you can get outside and take your shoes
Mm-hmm.
off. But essentially the whole caveat for it is that the earth has like this has a natural negative electrical charge.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are able to go bare skin on the earth, it helps neutralize free radicals in your body and it helps balance your cortisol levels,
Mm-hmm.
can reduce inflammation in your body.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of things. It's been shown to help improve sleep as well. Um, a lot of people buy grounding mats
Mm-hmm.
nowadays is a
Mm-hmm.
thing that you can do. I've never had one, or have I ever seen one? But essentially, it's a mat that you put in your bed, and you actually run a grounding wire outside, and you ground it.
Ah,
Yeah,
interesting.
you literally ground it like you would like
Yeah,
an
that's
electrical.
what we do, and like, we use earth ground all the time to ground like our electronics and stuff. That's
Yep.
funny. Huh,
So
that's interesting. I mean, that would kind of make sense. I mean, it'd be interesting. I definitely feel like the condition I have is tied to the nervous system, and like the nervous system has electrical charge. So that and I know the times that I have done the grounding, and it's kind of like with meditation and stuff. Like I do feel like it's like taking a breath in. Like I do feel more like calm, like that parasympathetic like reaction. Or I feel
yeah,
like a lot of my illness is like I'm like in fight or flight all the time, and that's why I'm like crashing and stuff. So yeah, I probably should be grounding more because I do feel like it felt really nice, like it felt good. Um,
yeah. The best times to do it if you can is sunset. The sunset.
mm,
It's also a good time to set your circadian rhythm, so it'll help you sleep better at
mm,
night too.
mm-hmm,
Um, it's called sun gazing. You kind of blink in the direction of the sun. Don't stare at it, but you blink in the direction of it.
mm.
You actually have lenses on the bottom of your eyes that point towards the sky. Um,
Oh
and so
wow.
that's why, well, new research lately has now said that you don't want any overhead lights after sunset
Mm.
because those lenses pick up all the unnatural light that you have in your house if it's overhead, and it fucks with your circadian rhythm.
Oh
So
god. Yeah. That makes sense.
Anything they say low lights only after sunset. Um,
Yeah.
but that's another
I
thing that
guess
helps
that
us sleep.
that would that be is that why like screen time is bad? Like before bed and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's also blue light. If you can just get a good pair of blue light glasses and wear them 3 hours before you go to bed, you should be fine.
Mm,
Um, that's mainly the issue there.
I
Also,
see.
you can what also helps is sun gazing at sunset. So sun during sunset, the sun's I don't know how to word it properly. Essentially, like red light therapy.
Oh yeah, heard about that actually. I've heard about
Yep.
the I went to like a massage therapy once and they had like a it was like a kind of like a sauna, but like instead of like a sauna, it was like you could change the colors and they were saying it was like, green is for something, yellow is for like something else, like red. Like it was like you could change the colors to like do a different kind of therapy or something like that. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
related.
Yeah, no, it is. Um, but essentially, so red light's known for like healing and uh, skincare and all that kinds of stuff.
Mm.
But essentially during sunset is when the sun's rays are equivalent to red light therapy. So
Mm.
it's
Mm.
also beneficial to stand out and sun gaze during sunsets for that purpose as well.
Interesting. I
Beneficial.
guess that's why they all those like influencer masks that people have been wearing, it has like the red light.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Supposed to
That's
be good for
cool.
complexion and such. But to help with Kitvo's thing is if grounding probably help you wake up better in the morning.
True,
Uh,
true.
and then sun gazing during sunrise if you can get outside. I don't know what time you're up at 5 in the morning, so the sun should be rising around then.
Mhm. Mhm.
But 10 minutes of grounding is usually enough to make something helpful and beneficial.
Yeah, that sounds
But
really
yeah,
nice. I
you
guess
didn't
that's
catch that.
why I definitely do feel like being in the and then general, like I mean, aside from just like fitness reason, it probably just feels good for your body to just be like I feel like we're always like or at least for me, like I'm always like indoors, like on a screen. Like it's good to just kind of be outside and like get a little sun, get a
Yeah,
little bit
I
of
have my
nature
shoes
and
off
stuff.
as I have my shoes off as often as I can. Like I'm barefoot
Mhm.
as much as I possibly can be.
Mhm.
Um, like supportive high arch compressed toe box shoes are just terrible for your feet
Yeah,
as
I
well.
know. Oh my god, that's why I have freaking plantar fasciitis or whatever.
Yep, I have switched to barefoot shoes and I have never looked back and I do a bunch of like feet protocol stuff to keep my toes healthy and
Yeah.
um, being in the military, I have actually made my arches collapse, so I'm trying to fix
Oof.
that as well
Yeah.
through stuff. Being a distance runner with collapsed arches does not feel great.
Oof. Yeah, that sounds painful.
My feet get tired so quick.
Yeah, I definitely like randomly, I don't know if it was like from a hike many years ago or what happened. I think I used like bad shoes and ever since then I had freaking plantar fasciitis and that's when I learned about like there's like this guy you can like look up. He's got like a whole website. He was like a gymnast or something and he got plantar fasciitis and it pretty much like put him in a wheelchair. He had it so bad. And that's when he went to a bunch of doctors and they weren't helping and he tried the cortisol shots and he was like, "Yo, this isn't necessarily good." And then that's when he did the heavy research and he learned about the like kind of what you're saying like the toe spacing, being barefoot, the shoes are designed terribly,
Yep.
all that stuff.
It's just another one of those things that we've like created in our life to make more comfortable, but has been like a hindrance to us in the long run.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. I definitely need to. I kind of am bad about like stretching and stuff too, because I notice when I stretch, my feet doesn't hurt as bad. Like right now, I'm pretty much like perma have to be in my Crocs. Being barefoot is kind of painful sometimes. But I think I need
Yeah.
to go back to like strengthening my foot. Like it's probably like used to that the support, and now I need to like kind of slowly train it back to just being barefoot.
I mean, honestly, just some good things you can do is some like slow calf raises, making sure
Mm-hmm.
that you go
Mm-hmm.
on the ball of your foot and not like fan out on your other toes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you just do a 5 second up, 5 second down. and it's gonna not feel good. It's gonna be exhausting, but
Yeah.
you'll feel better afterward.
Yeah. I definitely noticed massaging the calves help. Like I realize like when it's really bad, I'm like, oh, and then I stretch my calf and I'm like, oh man. It's like I don't know, like my calf is like tight and it's like not getting oxygen to the foot or something. I don't know. It's like weird.
I recommend looking up tibialis raises. It's literally a workout, an exercise that you can do at home
Mhm.
against a wall. That's all you need is a wall. Super
Mhm.
easy. I recommend looking that up and doing like 2 sets of 20 every other day and see how that makes you feel.
Okay. Yeah, I should get back into it. I did have like some stretches and stuff I used to do, and then like anything, I always do it for a bit and then I stop. I'm really bad at consistency.
It's hard. You've been dealing with your COVID stuff too.
Yeah. I guess I should check. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about, or if we want to take some questions or anything. I don't know if people have questions. I can check the chat too, see if
Awesome.
Kuji's been writing anything. Oh, Kuji said in the Discord chat, that's low key what I'm going through. Haven't been working out lately, so I unconsciously just started to eat less calories.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, once you plateau, it's essentially because you've just leveled out. You're
Mm-hmm.
now meeting your daily expenditure of what you're eating.
Yeah, that makes
So then you
sense.
have to readjust and go a little lower, which sucks because nobody wants to eat less, but you get
Yeah,
used to it.
yeah.
I think that's the hardest part when I get a new client that's like, yeah, I've lost 80 pounds. I'm like, that's awesome. And they're like, but I've plateaued. And I'm like, well, I have something you're not going to like to hear.
Gotta eat even less now. Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Especially,
Like,
I
good
guess, when
job.
we're like trained to eat such big portion sizes, and then like, you know, I feel like a lot of media is like, eat a big eat like bacon, eggs, pancake, like eat a big
Yeah.
breakfast, or like, I don't know. I feel like, and then you get used to eating like really, really big or like a lot or processed food, and then it's like
I mean,
untraining your body, those things.
yeah, the fitness industry, not the fitness industry, the food industry definitely isn't bothered by the amount of food we're consuming at all.
Yeah, that's true.
They are plenty fine with what we're doing.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
But yeah, that's all I had for today. We can talk more exercise and stuff another day.
okay. Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks for definitely learned a lot. Definitely knew some stuff I didn't know about before.
I feel like I just fucking threw a whole bunch of stuff out there.
Oh, I think it was a digestible amount.
Okay, good.
I guess Kitvo or anyone else or Gucci. I don't know if you guys have any questions for Omni. I recorded this, so I'll probably post it on like YouTube or something.
Okay.
And then I guess I don't know if do you have anything you'd want to like advertise yourself or anything, or I guess we'll just
No, I'm
we'll
good. I'm here if anybody wants workout plans or whatever. I'm happy to do that for anybody who's trying to get into it. But other than that, I am happy to give any knowledge, and you can find me in Danny's server. And yeah,
awesome. Cool. Thank you, Omni.
of course.
Fuji says he definitely learned a lot.
Okay,
Appreciate
good.
your time and effort. Learned a lot, homie. Yeah, definitely learned a lot. It's crazy that like they don't teach this stuff.
No, it's wild. Like even even like doctors and stuff, like their nutrition knowledge and just like holistic care knowledge is it's appalling how little they actually learn
Mhm.
about any of
Mhm.
it other than medicine solves this and surgery solves that and disease causes this.
Mhm.
Outside of those things, they really don't know.
I guess like I mean you know a lot about my condition. Like what should I like start? I just feel like I always start something like I obviously start with like the calorie deficit, and then I manage to like do a little working out, and then I just have like a horrible week where I crash super hard, and then it just kind of all like falls apart, and then I just don't do anything for like a month or two.
Honestly, I think the best thing that we can start knowing your condition and the challenges that we've faced previously trying to rectify is we just start off slow. We start grounding first thing in the morning and before
Yeah.
nighttime, and then adding walks, and you can
Yeah.
progressively make those walks a little longer. And then once you're starting to feel your energy level up and you're starting to sleep better through the night
Mm,
and you're less tired during the day and having to take naps, then we can probably adjust to doing some exercising
I
and go
see.
from there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm like trying to rush it too hard. Like I'm trying to like I want to get in the gym and then it's like I'm cooked cuz like my sleep and stuff is messed up still.
Yeah, I think we start there and see if grounding and all that good stuff helps you, and then start walking and walking further and further and taking Bowie for walks. I'm sure he'd love that.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then we can adjust to some exercise, some light body work, calisthenics first, and then adjust and go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to starting on that and just focusing on the food too.
But yeah, no, I was happy to talk and happy to help anybody who needs some help. Just let me know.
Yeah, thanks Omni. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for the talk. I guess we'll call it here and maybe we'll have some future little gym sessions.